A creative professional. How does she dress? What does she consider? I'm Shayla Alexander, owner and designer for Creative Design Works, LLC. And I'd like to just tell you some things about my shape, my silhouette, and some things that I need to consider whether I'm going out professionally or personally. My silhouette is top balance, which means that my shoulders are wider than my hips. Depending upon the time of year, my waistline may be smaller or larger, but the thing remains that my shoulders are wider than my hips. You'll notice that I wear clothes that fit and they create a defined waistline like belts, wider belts, single button blazers, waist ties, and peplums. Peplums are my favorite. I also open my button down blouses, an extra button or two to create a V that brings your eye down to a waist, also creating a narrower waistline. Under no circumstances will you see me outside with baggy pants on. If they're joggers, they're going to fit a certain way and they're not going to be too baggy and they're going to fit to my ankle. They're not going to be high water and they're not going to be extra large. It's because if I wear clothes that are large with no defined shape, I look like I'm wearing a paper bag. So I'm 5'4". I am a top balance person. There is some creative work that I have to do to keep myself under wraps. So you may ask yourself, well, what's my silhouette? There's four basic silhouettes that I think everybody falls into. Some might be a mix, but overall, it's undefined waist, top balance, bottom balance, and balanced. You'll see it with the red circles that it focuses on where you should put the most efforts. And then for somebody who's balanced, they're hourglass shape, so they can pretty much wear anything. The first silhouette, undefined waist. I could have called it unbalanced, but just for the sake of making sure that we focus on where we need to be, it's undefined waist. This person is similar to an hourglass where they have wide shoulders, wide hips, both about the same width, but they don't have a clearly defined waistline or waist. This person is going to focus on shoulders, hips, and waist, and to make sure that with the since they have the same with shoulders and hips, they're going to want to wear something that makes their waist look smaller. So whether that's a wrap top, belted blazers or tops, even peplums, as long as the shirt has a waistband, um, waistline seams, something that draws the eye to the illusion of a smaller waist, so that the shoulders and the hips stand out up against a smaller waistline. For a top balance person like myself, I went ahead and when I created these silhouette names, I put it so that you knew that the name of the silhouette, where you want to put your focus, is the opposite. So if you've got more weight up top than you do at the bottom, you need to focus on adding fullness at the bottom. So you're going to want to do pegged pants, which is just maybe a pleat front or something that has extra room close to the hip line and gets smaller at the ankles. You're going to want to do wide leg pants, shorts that don't fit your leg at the hemline, that they kind of spread out a little bit, culottes, gauchos, something with maybe a loose flowing fabric, something that makes the bottom look large so that it can balance out with the top. Somebody whose bottom balance is going to have a wider bottom than they will a top. That's old school used to call them pear shaped or triangle shaped. This person is going to want to wear maybe puff sleeve tops. You're going to want to wear bolero jackets, something that has a crop look that shows off a small waist, wider hips, but then kind of balances out the top and makes it sit out wider. This person does good with cowl necks or exaggerated necklines, ruffles, anything that makes the neckline look wider. So maybe a shirt that kind of where the neckline sits out a little bit more so that you see more skin. A lot of this is illusion work. So the better you get at it, the easier it will be. Then our last friend, this lady is balanced. So you'll see here that this person has similar width for top, and that could be bust or shoulders, whichever is wider, and hips, same width or similar width. Their waistline, we like to call it cinched. Their waistline is clearly defined. So that's somebody that looks great in a bathing suit, somebody that can wear one of those bodycon dresses and everything just sits right. The challenge for this person is going to be knowing where it is appropriate to wear whatever garment. So you'll see this person really doesn't have any focus points. You just want to make sure that where you're going, the clothes that you have on is appropriate for. And this is the ideal shape. The point of the other three is to get them all aligned with a balance for their body so that no matter where you go, no matter what shape you have, everything looks appropriate. So thanks for Dave for paying attention to this quick lesson for the creative professional, letting you know when you get into your zone, whatever you're doing, whether that's fashion, style, or just overall business, that you make sure that you're coming out here looking your best. So please, when you get a moment, like, follow, share. You can find us on YouTube. Please subscribe and share Creative Design U. On Instagram, you'll find us at S. Alexander Designs. At Facebook, you'll also find us at S. Alexander Designs. Thank you and have a really, really awesome day.